Well, welcome to Lights, Camera and Cricket. The match in IPL getting over. I'm joined by Nikhil Chopra in the studio and Boria Majumdar with us in Kolkata. Nikhil, I will come to you first. David Warner sort of set up the match for Hyderabad out here. They outplayed Bangalore in bowling as well as batting.
Well, absolutely. I guess Bangalore lost their way and they've got themselves to blame, Radhika. 11 overs, 93 for 2, and then you get bowled out, you don't even bat the full quota. You know, you'll go back and say, well, we ourselves have got to blame. And it's not that the bowling was outstanding, it's just bad shots. I think that wicket of Virat Kohli and then the next delivery, Mandeep getting out, that just set them back a bit and they never recovered from there on. 165 on a Bangalore track is never going to be, any trouble for the chasing side. And we saw a little bit later in the evening during the chase, there's lots of dew.
Yeah.
So it made life more difficult for the bowlers. So you got to try, if you're batting first, try and get those 15, 20, 25 runs a little bit extra, because when you're chasing, it gets easier for the batsman, because once that ball goes into the outfield, it gets heavier because of the dew. It won't swing. Spinners won't find it easy to bowl. They'll have difficulties in controlling the ball as well. So I guess Bangalore had their game, but they let it slip away. But all credit where it's due. I think Hyderabad, just very calm, collected, and just went on about their job with great amount of ease.
Great amount of ease out there for Hyderabad. Boria, like Nikhil mentioned, Ravi Bopara, post the first innings, actually said that it was difficult to hold the ball. Dew did play a role out there, and you think a good toss for Hyderabad to win, bowling first, getting Bangalore out and then batting brilliantly?
Even in the first innings, if you sort of observed closely, after 10 overs, David Warner and the entire team had, towels there to sort of try and dry the ball. So this dew factor was very much present from around 8:30 onwards. So it's not as if that Bangalore is the only team that suffered. I thought they suffered because they played badly. If you take a look at that bowling lineup without Mitchell Starc, it was ordinary. I mean, wides were 5. Pretty ordinary from Abu Nacheem, pretty ordinary from Sean Abbott. There was not one bowler who would try and sort of have any kind of impact on David Warner, Shikhar Dhawan, KL Rahul or anybody else for that matter. So until and unless Mitchell Starc comes back, this Bangalore team will struggle. Their strength is batting. If they lose the toss and another team chases, last day in Calcutta it was Chris Gale's show. Chris Gale stole it away, but they had conceded 180. So that is the point with this Bangalore side. Top heavy, good batting lineup with Virat, AB de Villiers and Chris Gale, but this bowling is quite rubbish. As long as Mitchell Starc is not there, any team can overhaul any total against them.
So Bangalore did not bowl well, Boria, but obviously Hyderabad did a brilliant job, getting the team all out, not letting them complete the 20 overs. Brilliant comeback from, in fact, Trent Bolt, getting those 3 wickets. Ravi Bopara, everybody sort of contributed really well.
I agree. In fact, I also think David Warner's captaincy was crucial. He got Ashish Reddy, got a wicket. Got Trent Bolt back, got wickets. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, 2 overs up front, and then at the death got wickets. David Warner's catch that was of Mandeep was incredible. I mean, he flew, and that's how a team sort of, Nikhil and I keep talking about how important it is on the field. And he was leading from the front there. So it was an inspired performance from Sunrisers Hyderabad after being almost taken to the cleaners by Chennai the other day, conceding 200. It was a very good comeback from Bhuvneshwar Kumar, from Trent Bolt and all of the other bowlers.
Nikhil, Bangalore in fact were playing at home. Obviously the first home game, Bangalore have a great home support. But like Boria mentioned, Warner played a very crucial role, not just with the bat, the way he bowled, but captaincy as well. We had spoken last time about how Kane Williamson should have come up in the batting order. That happened as well, and he batted well. So obviously all credit to Warner out there.
Well, without a doubt, nothing succeeds like success, and David Warner's got a good cricketing brain as well. And at the end of the day, whatever changes that he's made in the bowling, they all were very successful. Bopara very nearly getting a hat-trick as well. So I'm sure, he's going to get very, very confident. But rather, the important point that Boria also made, when you talk about for the Bangalore side, the bowling attack looking very, very paltry, is absolutely spot on. When you're bowling at speeds at 140 kilometers an hour, trying to swing the ball with Varun Aaron, Sean Abbott, as well as Abu Nacheem. At the end of the day, you're playing at home. You're going to try and swing that cricket ball. If you bowl in the first 2 overs, 3 or 4 full tosses, and in 2 overs, the opposition is 30 for no-loss, chasing 166, how do you get to come back in the game? I can understand for a bowler, things get difficult, but when you're playing at home, simulate match conditions. There's going to be dew because you've been practicing there for the last, say, a week or two, start bowling with wet cricket balls. Try and get used to those sort of conditions as well. So, you know, no excuses for the Bangalore boys. If they don't pull up their socks, as long as Chris Gayle, you keep getting the Gale Storm, Virat Kohli show and AB de Villiers, they'll keep winning. Otherwise, somehow it doesn't look that as a unit they can win games.
They can win games as a unit. Boria, another point out there, like Nikhil was also talking, bowling you've also mentioned. Did at any point of time, say when those 2 quick wickets fell, when Warner got out, when Chell took those 2 quick wickets, did at that point of time you feel that probably Bangalore can build something out from here in this game?
No, because there is, not one bowler like a Mitchell Starc who will come back with 2 overs, give 5 runs and pick another 3. Because you had Shikhar Dhawan out there, you had Rahul out there, and there is some depth in that Hyderabad batting order. I mean, they will have a decent middle order. So no, absolutely at no point in time did I think after that start, as Nikhil said, 30 in 2 overs, match done. 100 in 10, you are chasing 165, 170 runs. It's a cakewalk in that stadium, which is not the biggest stadium of all. I want to make this point. I mean, Bangalore is the South Africa of IPL. They have a really good side. They never kick on. Yes, Bangalore have at least made the final. South Africa never makes the final of a World Cup. But with this team, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Chris Gayle, and a lot of the others, something is a problem with this team. And now without Mitchell Starc, for me, they are not looking the part at all.
Radhika, let me ask Boria a point. Boria, we speak about Bangalore being their, the batting being their strength. I mean, it wasn't a very smart move by the Bangalore side to let go of Yuvraj Singh and try and get him back cheaper because, think of a batting lineup with Chris Gayle, Virat Kohli, Yuvraj Singh and AB de Villiers.
Absolutely, Nikhil. And to then, what, I don't understand certain things about the IPL. One of them, they let Yuvraj go. And if you see that auction, they were there till about 11, 12 crores. Why on earth? Is something problematic? I mean, yesterday Delhi, you have Zahir Khan for 4 crores, you don't play him. You have Mohammad Shami, you don't play him. Bangalore lets this fellow Yuvraj Singh go and then keeps bidding till about 11, 12 crores. Not done. But despite that, it is still a good enough batting order. It's still a very, very good batting order with AB de Villiers, with Virat Kohli, with Chris Gayle. They have enough firepower. Mandeep Singh will come good. He's a good enough kid who has great talent. They will. Darren Sammy can turn games on its head. It's a good enough batting order, but who will bowl for them in the absence of Mitchell Starc? Somebody needs to answer that. Varun Aaron will be wild. He'll bowl off, wides, no balls, etc., etc. Abu Nacheem was complete rubbish. 1 free hit and 1 5-run wide in 1 over. So you're actually giving 12 runs without bowling 1 legitimate delivery.
So Boria, obviously a lot of problems out there for Bangalore, but we cannot take anything away from Hyderabad, like Nikhil also mentioned. A lot of star performers for them. We've spoken about the bowlers who did really well, and we've briefly touched upon David Warner. But Nikhil, we have to talk about that innings. He came all guns blazing, 27 balls approximately to reach 57, 4, 6s, everything. The way David Warner played today was clean hitting, was hitting the ball out of the park, and very brilliant innings.
Well, it makes all the sense in terms of when you're chasing 166, you got to start, 30 or 2 overs. When you get 57 of 27 deliveries, that allows the dressing room, the dugout to be a little more calm. Next man walking in from the asking run rate to about 18.5 gets to a runner ball. So the next man walking in, he's not pressurized to play his shots. All he has to do is just knock the ball in the gaps, keep that strike rotating. And I thought Shikhar Dhawan played a fantastic innings in terms of playing second fiddle. He wasn't looking to match David Warner, shot by shot. He says, well, if somebody's striking the ball as clean as David Warner, I'm just going to try and take the ones. If I get anything in my zone, I'll go after the bowling. But he was happy just rotating the strike and playing second fiddle from the other end and just watching. And he just continued. And when KL Rahul came into work, it wasn't very difficult because run a ball in a T20, 8 wickets in hand. I guess David Warner set up the game for the Hyderabad side with fantastic amount of batting.
Nikhil, we have spoken about Warner, but the reason that happened is Boria, because a brilliant bowling as well, and Trent Bolt did a brilliant job after the World Cup. Probably not a great game, the first one, but this one, Boria, he was spot on.
He came back very well. I mean, at one point in time, 3 overs for 25, and he was bowling full. Virat was hitting him back over the bowler's head for 6. But the way he came back, that closing spell by both Trent Bolt and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar stifled Bangalore. I thought they were going for 185. Suddenly it became 165 there. Credit to Trent Bolt, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and David Warner. He's just got married, by the way, Radhika. Couple of weeks back, 10 days back, he's having the time of his life. Candice Falzon has transformed David Warner from being cricket's bad boy to cricket's thinking man. World Cup final, IPL, captaincy, consecutive 50s. David Warner can do no wrong.